June 19th, we have a sextile of Jupiter and Saturn. So sextiles are positive aspects where we have, let's say we have earth and air, or earth and water together, air and fire together. So signs that sextile each other, for example, would be Aries, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius. So that would be a sextile. Aries and Libra would be opposite each other because it's 6 signs apart. So 2 signs on either side of that given sign that we're talking about, that would be a sextile, 2 signs before, 2 signs after. So Jupiter is in Taurus. It's been in Taurus since May 16th, where it's about security, stability, luck, growth, and abundance, especially in the financial realms, really taking the slow and steady steps to achieve something, being very grounded in our approach, and it is about knowing what is important to us and moving in that direction. And then Saturn in Pisces has been going on, and Saturn's retrograde, actually. And Saturn goes retrograde on June 17th, and Saturn in Pisces is about creating structure and creating form and healthy boundaries to our spirituality. Healthy, are we going to be compassionate and empathetic? Are we going to sort of work out, go to the gym and develop our compassion and empathy, but not in a way that we are being drowned out or we're being soaked down by all these heavy emotions and by the victimization that we may be feeling loss of hope? That's another aspect of this. So, spiritual practice is getting grounded. Taking these ethereal spiritual concepts and bringing them down to form. Because that's what Saturn wants to do. It wants to create form to whatever it touches. It wants it to be structured. It wants it to be stable, in place. That's what it wants. That's a Saturn energy. And Saturn's a malefic energy, but it can do us all a lot of benefit with helping to really, solidify our lives and our life experience. So, Jupiter, very benefic, growth like expansion, Saturn, boundaries, discipline, commitment to our goals, etc. With this sextile, and going back to the sextile, it's opening up a window for our opportunity where the two signs can work together. Taurus and Pisces are 2 signs apart. It's positive energy, but it's a good opportunity for action. Where we take action is where the goodness lies. So this could be growth and opportunities. We have a lot of optimism, a lot of faith, but we're pragmatic about it. We have a good judgment. Okay, this decision or this goal looks good, but what about X, Y, Z? What about these little details over here? What about, is this sustainable? Is this functional? Does it work? Is it practical? Will this give me the results that I'm really looking for? So all these questions that are sort of floating about in our minds may become, because Jupiter also likes to ask those big questions and likes to understand why this is how it is, and really finding the higher meaning in all things. So anyway, that's Jupiter. But Jupiter presents the opportunity. We can see we're very optimistic, and we can see the potentials and the opportunity. How can we grow from this? What can we do? How can we expand? How can we shoot our arrow up somewhere and then catch it down? This new, Jupiter brings those new possibilities for us. And then Saturn brings discipline, and balance things out, levels things out, and makes us more realistic. So this is also an aspect for seeing things as they are, to make a choice and have good judgment. Um, this is also where you can initiate a goal, especially coming out of the new moon in Gemini. Now, when the new moon in Gemini is over, and we're done with that sort of meditative, reflective, internal process, we can go out and take action. And we can have confidence, and we can have that commitment and the discipline and the stick it to itness to achieve our goals and get them done. So we're getting things checked off our list, doing something, completing it, seeing it through. All those things may be very rewarding at this time. This is a great time to get something done with gusto and enthusiasm, to get it done, to commit to it, to put form to it, to get the results, to work very hard so that you gain the rewards after. Um, and probably working towards a long-term goal. Since we're talking about Saturn, it deals with the long term, the long haul, especially how long it spends in a given sign. So planning our long-term goals, because the earth lasts for the long term. Buildings, they're not, you don't build a building just so that it can be torn out down in a number of days, don't you? You build a building for long term purposes, especially after going through all that work to build it. So you're sticking in the long term of things, because you want it to last. What's the purpose of building this building? Why am I doing this? What is the function, and why am I building this building? What is it? Is it a resource? What kind of practical actions or actions things can be done in the building? So you basically get it. So that's my tie-in there. Jupiter is also very optimistic. As I said, Saturn can on the downside, it can be pessimistic and becoming very negative. So we can see sort of the two sides, the good and the bad, and together we can meet in the middle, and we can make those good decisions, and we can gain wisdom through that hard work that we do. Um, because I also think that Jupiter and Saturn are about wisdom, but in different forms. So Jupiter is more, through growth, expansion, fun, travel, joy, learning, new opportunities, etc. Saturn is through facing challenges, having healthy boundaries, having discipline, being very committed, and putting in the hard work, and learning those hard lessons through, again, hard work, trial and error. So, through this achievement of our goals comes wisdom with this.